Good afternoon. I am Dr.S.Srithar, Associate Professor, and today I am going to do a demonstration on IAM user, role and policy creation. We will see the task number 1 followed by task number 2 and 3. The task number 1 is you have to create a IAM user setup and permissions. So let us see. For that you need to enter into your AWS management console and go to the service called IAM. Take the service as IAM. Now these three we are going to work. First one users, second one role, third one is policy. Let us see the first one as users. There is no user exists. I am going to create a new user. Click on the new user. So you can create the user with my name or any name you can create it, not an issue. Then click on this provide user access to AWS management console, and the next option is here we want to specify I want to create a IAM user. I am going to create a IAM user. Once I created the user, I want to provide AWS managed policies, and followed by you need to specify the custom password. You have to give your own password. You have to remember the password. So that's it, and you just uncheck it. Why I am unchecking means otherwise, so whenever you are logging with the same IAM user, it will ask you to change the password. It is recommended practice, but for our exercise purpose it is not required. So next, click on next, and once you have done this, if you want to attach any policies to this user, you can directly go and attach the policy. Now I am clicking attach policies directly, and if I want to specify some policies, let us see S3 full access, S3 read only. I am giving the access as only S3 read only access, which means that for this user I am providing the Amazon managed services policies such as Amazon S3 read only access. Only you can able to read the content which is available in the S3, but you cannot able to do any addition or deletion. Click on next and create a user. Okay, so that's it. Now the user gets created, and what you want to do is just to download this CSV file. Now the files are recorded, and in the meantime I am taking my 12-digit account number also. I will keep it in a notepad. I am keeping this in a notepad. Now you can do a sign out. So far what we did is we created a IAM user. So actually the user, the root user is mine original. So that is, this account is actually a root user. Now I created a IAM user. Now sign into the console. Now take the option as IAM user. For the first time you have to specify the 12-digit number. Take the 12-digit number and paste it. Click on next. Specify the username also, my name, followed by the password. Sign in. So now it is also look like your root account only, but it is not a root account, it is a IAM account. So where you can clearly see that this is the account ID followed by this is the IAM user. So in the IAM user we have specified that only read only access is permitted. You cannot able to do anything more than that. For example, I will go to the service called S3. I will try to create a new bucket. Is it possible to create or not? Let me check. Click on create bucket and give some random names here, and I will try to create a bucket. Let us see. Whenever I am creating bucket, you can able to see a fail to create bucket message. Why? Because in the root account I have defined the policy as only S3 read access. So this is about the task number 1. task 1 is now completed. Let me go to the task number 2. So that is IAM role and EC2 instance attachment. I'll like to tell you what is my IAM role. For that, again I am sign out. I'll try to log in with my user credential, that is my root account. So this time I have to open with the root account only. It's not IAM user. Directly I can search AWS Management Console and take my root account, sign into the root account or email. So okay, I'm going to do the task number 2, that is IAM role creation. I like to tell you again, it is available under IAM service only. Go to IAM, that is Identity and Access Management. On the left hand side you can see something called roles. I like to tell you what is meant by this role. So if you have two services, like EC2 is one service and S3 is one service. If you want to connect two different kind of services, you need to specify a temporary policies. So that is temporarily you are accepting two services to communicate. So that is the reason we are creating IAM roles. So we'll see how to create a IAM role for a use case. Let's see, go to these roles and create a new role. Now the trusted entity type as AWS service and try to choose the use case as EC2 and click on next, and again I am giving the same policy S3. This time I am giving the policy as S3 full access. Click on next. Here you have to create a role. I am creating role as role 1. Let's see, role 1 I have created. This is the policy. Click on this create role. Okay, now you can check it out. Role 1. So there is a role 1 is available. Click on this, and where you can see the type is AWS managed with the policy name as Amazon S3 full access. So which means that now EC2 and S3 can able to communicate with the help of this AWS full access role. As per exercise, you can see you have to launch the EC2 instance and attach this IAM role. I like to tell you how to attach this role. I am duplicating this and go to the service called EC2. Take this EC2 service where I am going to launch one instance. Go to this instance and launch an instance. Just take the machine as machine 1. You can take any AMIs, you can choose the Linux as free tier 1. Don't select paid ones, you have to strictly follow only the free tier limits. The instance type is t2.micro as free tier. Keeper is not required, so it's not recommended. Proceed without keeper. You can select the network settings as default. There's no need to change anything. So simply you can accept the default one. So if required, you can accept HTTP yes also, and configuration storage 8 GB. Okay, so I'll tell you where to add these roles. Go to this advanced details. There you can have something called IAM instant profile. Here you can select a role 1. So this is the role 1 which we created. Select this role. So that's it. Remaining things no need to worry about it. Simply launch the instance. So as per our requirement, as per our syllabus requirement, you see the task number 2 is you have to launch and verify the EC2 instance have the permissions defined in the role. Let me check it. Once you are done this instance creation, click on this instance ID and check it out whether this IAM role is attached or not. Yes, it is attached now. Role 1 is attached. Now the machine 1 is ready to communicate with S3. So this is the task number 2. Now we have completed the task number 2. Now I will go to the task number 3, that is custom IAM policy creation and attachment. So I'll close the thing and let me go into the IAM policies. So first what we did is, there are two type of policies. Left side you can see there is a policy. Click on this policy. There are two types of policy. One is AWS managed policy, another one is custom managed policy. AWS managed policy means which is purely managed by AWS only. Custom management, you can able to define your own policies based on your requirement. So that's it. So what I am going to do is, I am going to do a simple permission, that is only I am going to provide a read permission for a particular user. Let's see, already I have the user. You see, already I have the user. I already have some permission, that is S3 read only access permission. Let me delete this permission. Simply you can remove it. Now only user is available. Only user is there. The user does not have any policies. What I am going to do is, I am going to attach a custom policy. Let's see. So that please go to the policy and create a policy, and you have to specify. Okay, so here you have to select the JSON, and here you need to type the policy statements. So what I am doing, I am taking a tutorial. So this is actually a policy. I am taking this policy as an example. So simply copy paste this policy. I'll tell you what is the meaning for this one. This is not required. I am deleting it. Simply see, I am providing only two permission. One is get permission, another one is list permission, where the resources are all the resources, which mean that for all the resources only get and list is applicable. So for example, if you take S3, get and list only possible, DynamoDB get and list only possible, which means you are providing only read permission, not to write or delete anything. So that's it, we created the policy and click on next, and now you have to give the policy name. I just make it as custom policy 1, custom policy 1, custom policy 1. Let me I'll take it as a custom policy 1. Okay, so nothing to check. You see this access level is only read permission. It clearly says that list limited, that is read permission, and create policy. Okay, so that's it, we created the policy. Let me check whether the policy were added or not. You see, one policy now gets added, custom. You see, this is the policy which I have recently created, that is the custom policy. So now what I am doing, I am attaching this policy to the user. So let me go back and take the policy once, custom policy, click on this custom policy and go to actions and attach. This policy I want to attach with the user. User means Srithar already the user available. I want to attach this policy to that particular user. So here in the entity type, select as IAM user. Now only one user is available. Select that user and attach the policy. So that's it. Now attached, policy is attached. You can verify the same by going into the user, click on this Srithar and see. Now there is a custom policy is attached. I already told you this policy which we clearly defined that only read permissions we have given. So okay, again let me check. I'll sign out this. I'll go to IAM user and try to create a S3 bucket. Let's see is it working or not. I'll sign out and again sign in with the IAM user. Let me see. I have to give the 12-digit account number. and click on next. So account name, the password, and what I'm doing, I'll try to create a new S3 bucket. Let's see it is possible to create or not, because we have given the permissions that you can able to read only the you can able to read the bucket information. You cannot able to delete or update or put your content in your bucket. So let's see, I'll try to create a random bucket. Let's see. So still you are getting the failed message, because we have already given a limited permission, that is least permission is given for this bucket. So that's it, we achieved the task 1, IAM user creation, task 2, IAM role and EC2 instant attachment, task 3, custom IAM policy creation and attachment. Thank you.